woke up, the bed had doubled in size.
No, I couldn't sleep.
I wish I could take the weight of the world off of your shoulders, darling.
Remember when we used to watch the sunrise?
Just the other night, wasn't it?
No, I mean when things were simpler. Not simpler than they are now.
Must have been before my time.
What, things haven't always been so confusing? I just wish it were daytime. It's much easier in the daytime.
What is?
Handling the panic. The more you have, the more you have to lose.
There was this guy who did an act on TV when I was a kid. He had all these plates lined up on a table, and he set them spinning on end, one after the other. By the time he got to the last one, the first one was almost flat, so he had to race back to that side of the table and give it a spin, and then he'd start right down the line again, you know? You know what I mean? Once in a while, life kicks into sync, but most of the time, we gotta run like crazy if we want to spin plates.
Yeah, well, I think that's what I'm afraid of. All my plates are going to come crashing to the ground.
Well, first of all, you are the most skillful plate spinner I've ever known, not to mention the most beautiful. And second of all, you have me to back you up. And I'm always going to be here.
Oh, granted, Capital Enterprise is a very small part of this world, but lately it has seemed like the whole universe.
Why don't we try to approach this from a different angle? What's the worst thing that can happen? What's the bottom line?
My family could lose this business.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe that's what makes me so frightened, you know. Capital Enterprises has been a part of my life since before I can remember. It's like a member of the family. My father and this business are like, they're one. I can't imagine one existing without the other.
Mm-hmm. And your father had a heart attack recently, and now the business is under attack.
Well, you really think I'm afraid of losing my father?
Well, I'm not a shrink, but it does seem like a possibility, doesn't it?
Maybe you're right. I think there's a lot more to it than that, things I'm not proud of. More than anything, I've always been able to fall back on the fact that I was C.C. Capital's daughter. I'm a member of this privileged class. And if Capital Enterprises isn't around anymore, I'm not sure I would really know who I am.
Yeah, but anybody could say that. What would I be if I weren't Latino, hadn't been born in America, didn't wear a badge? The important thing is that you never abused the power of the name. You handled the perks and the responsibilities with a lot of grace, I think. And it's only natural you'd feel shaky now with the stakes so high. I'd be climbing the walls.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be sitting here all silent, staring out into space, a little furrow between your eyes.
Hatching an ulcer. I think your way is better, you know. It's, at least you're admitting that you're scared.
A lot of good it does me.
It probably does you some good. What matters are our connections to the people we love. Those aren't going to change. Our kids will inherit a fortune with or without Capital Enterprises.
Hello? Mom? No, you didn't wake me up, Mom. I'm meeting at the house now? Yeah, I'll be right there.
I don't care what time it is. We have to talk.
Well, I've only got a few minutes, Rick, but I'm glad you came by. Listen, I was going to call you in the morning.
I think it's much more fitting we conduct our kind of business at night rather than light of day, don't you think? Besides, after tonight, I don't want to lay eyes on your face again.
Well, I can understand how you feel.
You're full of crap, Barr. You're nothing but a vulture, man. The only thing you understand is feeding off rotting carcasses. So give me that file you have on Cruz and let me get the hell out of here because I can't take the stench.
Not until you've heard what I have to say.
Who is it?
It's Cruz.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm sorry to, be dropping in so late, Papa, but I was taking Eden over to her father's and I just wanted to check and, see how you're doing.
I'm doing fine. I'm working on La Grande, my grand illusion. But I'm getting very frustrated until I get it perfect. I'm sorry, the room is a little messy. I haven't unpacked everything yet.
Oh, that's okay. But you know, Papa, I don't get it. I mean, we offered to let you stay at our place. Why did you decide to take a room here?
Well, I thank you for your kind offer for me to stay with you and your family. But I think, you know, I've lived so long alone, and my habits, they're peculiar. Perhaps you've noticed. You know, sometimes I work alone through the dawn with this mask on, and I don't want to disrupt you with my craziness and my schedule. Forget it.
Well, but Papa, you should think about how it makes us feel, you know, to know that you're all alone here in this place.
Well, I have to tell you the truth. I hardly notice my surroundings. I suppose that is because, well, I've been in so many towns and so many rooms. I hardly notice. You know what? I don't live here. I live here. In a place where magic can be done only if I'm good enough to get it done. If the paint is peeling, or the rug is threadbare, those things I don't see. But a flower that I can bring up out of the thin air. These things I will remember always. You know, it's been many years that I have been working on La Grande. It's the combination of all of the years of work and practice and study. My last chance to make my fortune, Chris. Finally, I will have something to show for this life that I have led. And I'll have something to leave you and your brother and my grandchildren.
Papa, I really hope it comes true for you.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Papa, would you consider staying in the loft over our garage? It's just sitting there. I mean, it needs some work, granted, but it's bigger than this place and quieter and more secluded, not to mention closer to us, in case you ever felt like some company.
I would be an ungrateful fool if I did not take up that offer, which is so clearly made from the heart. I want company, I accept.
Thank you. That's such a load off my mind, you don't know. I'll move you in first thing in the morning.
Good, good.
By the way, have you talked to Ricardo today?
No, I haven't. Why?
Well, I heard that he was looking for me, and it was supposed to be real urgent. I was just wondering if you knew what that was about.
No, not at all. I hope it's nothing serious. You know what I'm glad about? That he wants to talk to you. I mean, after all, you're his big brother, huh?
Well, that's not news. I mean, I usually get a call from him every time he's in trouble and needs to be bailed out.
Cruz, come on now. Don't be so cynical, son. I mean, really. People change. I mean, no. After all, you convinced me to change, right? I mean, I'm an old relic. Look at your old man. Your brother is a young fellow. He can change. Don't give up on him, Cruz. He's reaching out
to you. You? I don't know how to think. What can I say?
I'm going to get over to my office and get all the data you need.
Eden, are you ready to get to work? We got a whole night ahead of us.
Yeah, Carmen will stay with the kids.
Okay. Everybody else, get some sleep. Be back bright and early in the morning. We got a deal to make. Come on. Give me the bottom line on Amonte's European franchises, huh?
Okay, well, we've got $116 million in 1988 with a projected of $124 million in 1989.
Oh, we're in very good shape.
Yeah, well, listen, you know, why don't I finish this up and you go get some sleep?
You really think I could sleep right now?
Daddy, I don't want to be giving you these figures in a hospital room, okay? You really shouldn't be going through this much stress.
Honey. Come on now, some kinds of stretch is good for you. I've been lying in bed night after night, thinking about Megan, what she's doing, how she's feeling. How badly I miss her. It's wearing me down. It's good to have something else to put my mind on.
Okay. What's next?
An apology to you. I said some very unkind things, and I took your job away. You didn't even complain.
Maybe you were justified.
Justified. I gave you the title, but I didn't back you up. Instead, I forced Mason on you. I even made you answer for his mistakes. I have a lot to answer myself to you. We survived this thing, baby. I'll never doubt you again, I promise.
A promise?
A promise.
Maybe I'll hold you to that.
I hope you would.
So that means, say, if I decide to set up a research facility to study the environmental impact of offshore oil operations...
Baby, the cost of an operation, to set up an operation like that would offset anything that we could put... Oh, you go with it.
I love you.
I love you too. And that's the real bottom line, my darling.
Rick, we were just talking about you. Come in.
Yeah, we were. Who's we? Who's... Oh, man, great. Yeah, here you are. I just imagine what you were saying about me. Cruz, your timing really stinks, man. I turned this whole town upside down looking for you. Couldn't find you. Here you are, as usual, too little, too late.
What are you talking about, man? I'm an innocent bystander. Let's back it up and explain.
Ricardo, are you all right?
I'm great.
What's
I'm
wrong
fine.
with you, muchacho?
Would it be too much to ask to tell me why you're looking for me?
It doesn't really matter anymore, Cruz. It's all too late now.
Oh, it's too late, huh? What kind of trouble are you in this time?
What kind of trouble? What do you... Damn it, Cruz, why are you always doing this to me? You know, you're always assuming the worst about me. I'm not the one that's in trouble this time, bro.
Okay, fine. I'm glad to hear it. Who is?
Nobody. Just forget about it.
Just forget about it, just like that.
Just like that.
No, I'm not gonna forget about it just like that. You always twist this stuff around and put it on me. Now, what are you talking about? It's the same damn story. I don't want to hear it again.
Let me tell you something.
Now, wait a minute. Now, please. Now, just a minute. Listen to me, boys. Just listen to me. Anyone can see that you both need each other, but why do you keep denying it, hombre?
What the hell do I need this for? To make me feel guilty about everything that's ever gone wrong with his life?
You need him to be your friend. Same way that you need him, all right?
No, Papa. No, see, this time you got it all wrong. I don't need Big Brother Cruz anymore. So you'd be better off just saving all your sympathy for him now.
Look, Rick. Rick!
You know... Oh, God. I recognize that look from when I was a kid.
I'm probably no better at father and son talks now as I was back then, but I'm going to ask you, why are you so angry with Rick all the time?
Don't you have it wrong? He jumped on my throat the minute he walked in this room.
Cruz, your eyes have a coldness when you look at him. Your voice is cold, too. He's responding to your dislike. I'm not saying that he doesn't provoke you, but that's his defense. I really believe that he's trying to please you and reach out to you.
You know, Papa, Eden has tried to convince me of the same thing, and I got to tell you, as far as I'm concerned, it's so much wishful thinking. My little brother has a need to screw up. Every single time I have let down my guard with him, he's made me pay. So if I don't trust him, I have good cause.
You know, a while back, I practiced and studied with a brujo. That means a native wizard. And the lesson that he taught me was to cleanse my soul of anger and bitterness. And let me tell you something. I know that I occasionally slip every now and then. Perhaps you notice, but I have to tell you, son, you've inherited that weakness, unfortunately. You've got to let that emotion of anger go, and then the magic, it will flow.
The magic. The magic or the illusion, Papa, there is a difference. I mean, why does it take you a lifetime to get La Grande, this great project of yours, off the ground? It's because the mechanics of the illusion are so difficult to master. Is that not true?
Look, Listen to me. There is magic in this world. I have seen it and felt it. But it cannot exist without trust and love.
Well, might as well stay up for the sunrise. Fine, Rick.
No, but he found me. He showed up at my father's. Wouldn't tell me why he wanted to see me, but he was mad as hell that I wasn't around to give him whatever he needed. I got a lecture from my father about brotherly love. My daddy did agree to move into the loft over the garage.
Good.
Yeah. How was the meeting?
Great. Mom and Daddy are merging businesses.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Merging, huh? You know, I was thinking if I could merge with the right person once I got home, it would help me get rid of my anger from being gone and upset. Well, it's stupid. Was that the door?
That was the door.
I don't believe it.
Sorry to disturb you, Cruz.
Hi, Lisa. What's up?
I thought you'd like to know that the DA ordered me to collect evidence he says you're holding on the Leo Mitchell case, the sailcloth and the gloves.
You tell the DA if a shred of that evidence is removed from my possession before I turn it over, the report he was hoping to get from me will... Excuse me? Don't bother. I'll tell him myself in the morning. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Have a nice evening.